degrees. My son is with me today. He's trying to cover from the chill up here. Heading up under there and warm themselves. If you're coming from Bald Hill into the Royal National Park and you come across this sign, the shaft is not too far away from here. So have a look, keep an eye out for this small sign that says Royal National Park, and this huge one that gives the date and how old the Royal National Park is. Royal National Park, 1879. You're gonna have to get some pics here, Brent. So here's the road. This way takes you to Sydney, and Bald Hill observation deck, Stanwell Tops, is just down here. We actually seen the top of the shaft as we were coming down this road, so it's got to be just up here. Can you see it or not? Must be a fair way up. All right. Watch for snakes. I'm still walking on this trail, trying to look out for it. That's what? Can you see it? All right, Junior has located it. Do you reckon that's it though? Valley. Would you call this a valley? What else would it be? It probably isn't it. It's probably just some sort of water well. What does it look like? Not it.
It's a water tank. A broken water tank.
Yeah, it is a water tank. So this is not what we're looking for. And I thought this was it. Unfortunately, that's strike two. Strike two. So it is a water tank of some sort, unless the grate is underneath it. But if you're in the Otford tunnel, you can see light. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Valley sounds more like it's down there. Doesn't sound like it's up here. So we did think that was it, but unfortunately it doesn't look to be. So we're going to have a bit of a scout around and look off the edge of the cliff here, the roadway here. See if we can see anything down there, but if that's all we've got to go on, we've got Buckley's chance. But it does say that you can see the top of the shaft. Who knows, it still might be this one. And it's just flooded that you can't see inside. Alright, we were heading towards the Otford pantry along this trail here to see if we could see any shaft protruding out of the earth, and we came across a mountain bike rider, and he pointed us in the direction. He actually used to abseil down it, so he's aware of it but hasn't been there for a long time. So we asked him if it was this concrete structure just up the road here where we filmed earlier, and he said no, that's an old water tank, so that's definitely not it. He guided us back in the direction of the observation deck where the toilets are, and he then said we need to cross Sir Lawrence Hargrave Drive there and look in the direction of north, and it's down in that valley there somewhere. So it's on the other side of the road. So there might be a little bit of bush brushing involved. We weren't intending on doing anything like that today, but we have the roundabout area where it might be, We'll have a bit of a squeeze, see if we can see anything sticking out of the ground. If not, then we'll go down and walk through the tunnel this time and film with our flashlights looking up into the shaft. We've come on the other side of the road and we've passed a whole bunch of houses both on the right hand side and on the left hand side. Thank Christ that gentleman riding the bike gave us directions and pointed us on to go on the opposite side of the road, and we're heading down this track and Brandon has yelled out, there's something down here. So this will be the first time, if it is the shaft, because we have been wrong once today, this will be the first time I gather that it's going to be filmed and on YouTube. I have not found any other photos or pictures on the internet anywhere. And this is it. I think that's it. Looking at that brickwork, that looks like the brickwork that's in the tunnel. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to climb up on top of it. You need a ladder. That's a big way up. I wonder how they climbed up on top of it, Brand, to abseil it down. Alright, so now we know where it is. We might have to bring a ladder with us next time. There it is. So that is, I've seen a picture of this. So there is a picture online. I've saved a picture from way back, because I can remember that beige brown at the bottom. So it does have a grade on it, and it's formed in a way where you're not going to be climbing up on top of it. On the foot pegs, on the... Yeah, but then what do? Jump across?
Well, you probably anchor your stuff to this.
And I can climb up to the top one, but I don't think I can get over from one to the other. What does it say? What does it say on the side there? Stop CSG, coal seam gas. There it is. That is the top of the ventilation shaft. There you go. Hang on. Let me get footage of it. Wow. There it is. That is the vent shaft from the Otford tunnel that people used to abseil down. Apparently that's a 200-foot drop. So 61 meters, I think, nearly 61 meter drop. And if you compare it to the Wonji emission stack, which is 249 foot high, 76 meters. If you're wondering why I'm comparing both stacks, if you want to go to the 2017 videos on this channel, just go to playlist, click on 2017, or just look for the video 120 and you'll see why I'm comparing this stack to the Wonji power station emission stack. And if you want to see our very first filming of the Otford tunnel, I think I made a mistake last time I guided you guys. If you click on the playlist 2012, it's the second video in, number 57. That's the very first time we filmed inside the Otford tunnel. And you'll see how much the portal, the southern portal, has changed from 2012 to 2022. Alright, we're going to take some pictures and then we're going to walk the tunnel and we're going to shoot 80,000 lumens straight up this beast and see what it looks like from within. Alright, I've tried to climb up this pole. As soon as I got onto the first one here, it bent. So I'm not going to risk it. What we have got is some fishing line with a nut on the end with some ribbon. We're hoping that the grate on top has some holes in it. We're going to throw it and if we can get it to lower all the way down, we're going to tie it off to the telegraph pole, and we're going to film the ribbon once we walk through the tunnel hanging down inside. That's the best we can do. I was hoping to get up there and feed it through, but I don't think we'll be able to do it. So I don't know how many goes this is going to take us, but we'll switch the camera back on if we're successful. We have success. It took me about 15 goes and I couldn't get it in. I gave it to Junior Prime here and he got it in second go. So I'm going to hand him the camera and I'm going to feed it through. I don't know how long this is going to take. This might be a little bit tedious, but it's starting to rain. All right, shine it on here. Let me just see if it'll work. Is it working?
It's going in.
Shine up there. Yeah. All right, come on this side. Film me on this way. Apparently this is meant to be 200 foot down. We've got a ribbon hanging off it, so how do we know how much is 200 foot?
You got no idea.
You know what I don't want it to do? Hook onto the bathtub. It's a bathtub straight down the lake. Still going. This is the first time anyone's abseiled down in 10 years.
How do you know if it hasn't hit the bottom?
It should stop.
Will it though?
Yeah. If it hits the bottom, why would it still spin like that? I hope it's 200 foot. Still got a bit more tension on it. Shine up there, Liz.
Can't even see it.
Alright. I think that'll do us. Still going. Okay, now. Doesn't seem to be a lot of tension. Okay, so we'll snip it on. Let's see. Let's tie it off onto here and then we'll go and walk. Alright, just go back a little bit. Just shine up the top there one more time. Walk around a little bit, Brandon, and just get different angles of it. Come over to behind me over this way.
You got rain all on the camera lens now.
Okay, that'll do us. I'll give us that. Alright, we've tied it off down to here. It's hanging on there. I don't know how far down it is. Got a little bit of rain on there. It's just starting to rain now. So we're going to drive down to the southern portal of the Otford tunnel on the Stanwell Park end. We're going to walk halfway along. We'll see how far down this ribbon is hanging. Success! Alright, something new here at the Otford tunnel. They've blocked it off. there might be a gate that stops people going in. Or is this just for cars? It says a construction site. So maybe there's work going on finally to make this into a bike and pedestrian path, unless they're just fixing the road. No, it's just track upgrade. Okay, so they're just upgrading the track here, temporary track closures. So that's what it is. All the walks. It says unauthorised persons keep out. Well, we're authorised. When you've been coming here for so long, you're authorised. Yeah, well, this is where they're doing the tracks. It's the first time that we've seen any type of remedial work down here. Oh, there's the loaders, so they're not working today. Imagine coming up during the week. I don't think that'll allow you up here. Lucky we've come up on the weekend. Just coming up to the portal now on the Stanwell Park end. Interesting to see if there's anything going on up here, which I doubt. This track still looks like it's a little bit overgrown. So what's your guess, Brandon? Do you reckon we'd be able to touch the ribbon inside or not? We're not quite sure how far we managed to get the fishing line down from the vent shaft up the top of Bald Hill there. So it's going to be interesting when we shine. Oh, they've blocked it off. It is blocked off. Oh no, it's not blocked off, it's paint. Is the tunnel blocked off? Oh, thank Christ for that. When I seen that paint, I thought, oh no, finally they've blocked it. Was that paint there last time? I don't even remember this thing down here. This has been exposed from the rain. I don't know what that is. Okay, so there's the portal right there. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk halfway up it to the vent shaft. If no one knows where this vent shaft is, because I've read many times online where people have just walked straight past it, keep a lookout for a bathtub and an old bit of machinery that's been left in the tunnel, I'd say from the mushroom farming days. When you see that, the vent shaft, you'll see a bit of water on the ground, look straight up, take a torch with you, that's where the vent shaft is. Let's go on in. Alright, we're just coming up to the bathtub and the old piece of machinery. We're going to see how far down is this fishing line. If you're marvelling at the light down here, I'm using the second most powerful production light in the world, being the X75. 80,000 lumen flashlight. It's the first time it's ever been in the Otford tunnel. So this is what you're going to see if you walk on through. You'll find this bathtub right here. It's filled up with water, and there's the fishing line. I'm not quite sure if that's coming through the camera, but the fishing line has hit the ground. There's the ribbon that we tied around it and the nut that we'd fed through it. And there's the ventilation shaft. So that's where we were. We're right at the top there. If I turn this light off, you'll be able to see the light peering through. But it's so much more impressive with the light on. And there's that old piece of machinery that's been here. I think since the 60s or 70s, when they opened the tunnel back up again in 1959, they opened it up for a company called Eden Industries. They were going to farm mushrooms down here. And we're thinking that this is from the mushroom farming days. It's been in here a long, long time. So if you're thinking about doing this walk, bring yourself down some pretty good flashlights. and there's plenty to see. Sometimes in heavy rainfall you'll find crayfish down here in the water. We've seen all bits and pieces floating down here. It's like a stream down here when there's been heavy rain. And the mushroom farming was up on the northern portal up there. There's a few things left up there, but not a lot. Okay, so this is the last video for this year. We've completed the mission. It really bugged me about a month ago when I couldn't complete finding that vent shaft. They built that in 1891. The tunnel opened in 1888, and they built the ventilation shaft in 1891 when people were suffocating and train drivers were actually getting burnt from the heat of the steam trains back then. But the tunnel ceased operating in 1915, and in 1920 there was other tunnels being built. The gradients were pretty bad down through here, and it's been obsolete ever since. But this is a flashoholic's heaven down here. I don't think this tunnel has seen too many flashlights with the lumen outage of this. Let me see if I can punch down 80,000 lumens. There you go, that's 80,000 lumens. That's the second most powerful production light currently in the world. So I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The next video you'll see will be a review of this flashlight. It's going to drop on the 1st of January 2023. You'll be able to see all the specs, and you'll be able to see the beam shots that I took from down in the Otford tunnel. Until we meet again in the new year, adios.